2K Sports. And tonight, our matchup, you'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer, David Aldridge along the sideline. D.A., take it away.
The Bucks took a massive leap in Coach Mike Budenholzer's first season in Milwaukee. Budenholzer said he joined the organization at the perfect time. The new facilities, the energetic fans, the great roster, ownership, front office, everything is set up to have great success. And he added, I feel fortunate to be the coach. Kevin?
The feeling, no doubt, mutual. Thanks, D.A. Let's got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got Peja Stojakovic. Maravich is out there with Robertson. Then it's Walton. And it's Mikan in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Hawks, Gervin out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Garnett. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Malone in at the 5 down low. Opening day, Steve, for some teams it's a fresh start, and for others it's the first step towards settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think that those teams that came very close to maybe winning the championship or being there, those are the guys that are hungry. Those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season.
Now here's Robertson. 6 to shoot. Stojakovic with the 3. Rebound, Malone.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Gervin. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Gervin's got his team on the board to start the game for Atlanta.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's Robertson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Antetokounmpo passes to Malone. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
How fierce is Garnett down low? I mean, when he's close to the basket, he is aiming to make a statement.
Maravich against Gervin. Back to Robertson. Here's Walton, and Walton throws it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Peja Stojakovic.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day. You know, the improvement we've seen over the last 2 seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar level game.
He misses the free throw. And you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
He hits the second from the line.
And plenty of Hawks fans were despondent when the team decided to rebuild, but that dejection has turned into excitement.
The team plays hard every night. They have an entertaining style, and they have a lot of young talent. It may not be long before they're a real threat.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
pass to Mikan. Here's Robertson. The shot from the low post is good. Robertson's got his second bucket of the night.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's Garnett. Antetokounmpo kicks to Garnett. Robertson against Doncic. Over Robertson. And the Bucks have been rolling around the rim.
And you see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Outside, Maravich. Over Garnett. And there are the Bucks with another bucket. The Hawks leading. Doncic gets to Giannis. Robertson with the steal. Unhindered, going all the way. Count it. Robertson's got 6. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Garnett. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Milwaukee. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago, an average number in that regard.
The first one falls. When you look at the luxury tax structure, Smitty, it's now more expensive than ever to maintain a championship contending roster.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's a choice of a lot of these organizations. Some owners want to do it, some don't. But I think if you want to win a championship, you're going to have to open up your checkbook.
All free throws good from Antetokounmpo. The Bucks trail. Now here's Walton. Kicks it out to Johnson. A 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Giannis dishes to Payton. Giannis left side. 6 on the shot clock. He's good with the little jumper in close. Antetokounmpo's got 7.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Archibald with the bucket.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Antetokounmpo passes to Garnett. Back to Giannis. They get a hand on it. Always with the ball. Now Payton defending. Here's Archibald. Pass to Wallace. And the dunk by Wallace.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here's Payton after the basket by Milwaukee. KG, that's good.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Here's Archibald following the score by Kevin Garnett. Head for 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, back and forth.
Now here's Payton. No points in the game yet for him. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. The shot comes out. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Passes to Red. Puts up a three. No good. Shot missing. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Already a superstar, Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can improve.
I'm just trying to focus on the court. What is my next step as a basketball player? Because I know this is just the beginning. I haven't even reached my potential yet. I think I have a long way to go, and maybe one day I can be top 10. All those things. I feel like I can do that.
I think he's already a top 5 player. With his skill set and physical tools, he can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
On the court for the Bucks, Michael Red is out there with Walton. Then it's Wallace. Then it's Johnson. And it's Stoudemire in at the point. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there was some great first last season. His son Philip was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, D.A., it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And here is Peyton, following the three from Michael Red. Allen finds Giannis. That's in. He's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Love what Drummond did on that play. Kept his eyes up, and he was being unselfish. I love this. Andre Drummond has gone on record saying he is one of the last true centers in the league. Hard to argue with that statement, given how Drummond has played.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Peyton passes to Garnett. Over Walton. Great D that time from Walton. Rebounding and defense, Drummond provides Smitty. Feels similar to an old school center.
Yeah, it does. Drummond is still very effective, even without having an outside shot. But he's gotten better at that. Most centers now can shoot threes, but Drummond is happy to stick to what he does best.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Whoa! Hit it in!
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Now here's Stoudemire. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. There's the feed to Wallace. Shot clock at 5. And it's Stoudemire missing.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
They get it back. And there's the pass to Giannis. On target from 13 feet. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Defensively, Smitty, why do we see more full-court press in college than we do in the NBA?
You know, the guards are better at the NBA level. And I think also your 5-man, who usually a guy who can't bring it up, they're pretty good at the NBA level. Just overall, Kevin, the skill level at the NBA level is better at college, so you can't really trap guys and pick on one guy who's not equipped.
Malone's checked in for Andre Drummond. Gervin comes in for Kevin Garnett. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And Barea subbed in for Gary Payton. Here's Mikan. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And they call an illegal screen here.
And so far, the story on Luka Doncic, great showing for him last season. He was around 21 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
Now, here's Doncic. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. He kicks to Doncic. From 13, and he gets the jumper to drop. Now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
And here's Maravich on the arc. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Malone at Giannis, and Antetokounmpo shoots it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Outside Maravich. Stojakovic, the pass to Mikan. To the paint. Here's Maravich. Can't connect from short range.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Here's Barea. Got a hand on it, but they'll get another chance. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo shoots it in.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Robertson kicks to Maravich. Ball is left side. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Yeah, he just has such great command of that area of the floor. Mikan puts just as much effort into his offensive rebounding as he does at the other end.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
First checked in for Atlanta.
Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. He's coming off an excellent season. 4th in scoring, 8th in rebounding, and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And clearly one of the dominant scorers we have in this league. His top 5 ranking last year puts him right there in the ranks of the elite. Now here's Kerr. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Down low, and the dunk by Giannis.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Robertson. He's got 6, and here's Maravich for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Maravich has got 6 points in the quarter.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Now, here's Curry. Not a lot of room. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Bucks leading by 4. Now Maravich. He's got 8. With 1 on the clock. And that's it for the first half of action of what's been a very close game here. Bucks ahead. They're up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, I thought their turning point was when the bench came. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy. And then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to beat them. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they've been so far.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Garnett out there with Moses Malone, and then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Doncic, and it's Gervin in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Hawks line. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Doncic.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Offensive rebound. Garnett fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Garnett. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my era shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
Now here's Garnett. Pete Maravich misses his last shot. Garnett the pass to Antetokounmpo. Feeds it to Malone. And it's Malone finishing it off. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Here's Mikan. Malone with the block.
How about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Here's Robertson. George Gervin picking up that last basket. Robertson passes to Mikan. Clock at 6. Stojakovic with the 3. Nice D from Doncic.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Payton, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bucks also with the sub. Michael Reds checked in for Maravich. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And here's Robertson. He has 6. To end the run. And it goes down 2 points. Robertson's got 8. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. They lead by 1. That one falls.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Robertson against Doncic. Robertson outside. Inside. Yes! And the foul. It's on Luka Doncic.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the night here. Atlanta making some changes. Drummond comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Luka Doncic. That free throw good from Walton. The Hawks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Payton looking around. Right against Gervin. Drummond. Not going to go that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Payton against Stoudemire. Walton shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Under 6.
And that cups, so they now lead by 1. Atlanta making a switch here. Kerr's checked in. So Walton nails both of them. So it's the Hawks now. Here's Payton. And he banks in the layup. Payton's got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Johnson against Kerr. It's right outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. Needs money from there.
Now you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Here's Stoudemire following the basket by Gary Payton. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. From 18 feet away, Kerr can't hit. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Stoudemire, the pass to Red. Back to Stoudemire. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Mikan, no good. Hawks have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. To the paint, here's Malone. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Malone's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
And Malone, a high percentage scorer when he gets it in deep. Once he's got the defense on his back, the game becomes easy with his ability to score.
Now, here is Red. He's got 9. And it's Johnson penetrating. That shot off the mark. Good D by Drummond. On the top of the key. And it's Durbin missing.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Malone with the block. And that kind of minus Milwaukee will retain possession. .11 seconds left in the third. Johnson with it. Near the three-point line, it's Red. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Hawks lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hand. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Maravich. Michael Red is out there with Walton. And it's Mikan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Walton. Archibald passes to Mikan. Malone with the block.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Kevin Garnett. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Free throw drops for Garnett.
And Garnett, a vocal leader, always trying to psych his guys up and get into the head of the opponent.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Stojakovic is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Bucks trail by 6. Now here's Walton. lays it up off the glass.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now, here's Barea. Sinks that one from the post. Barea's got the lead back up to 6 now for Atlanta.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching. And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo, and it's in there. Giannis has got 21 in the game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make that effort.
For the Hawks, Fred VanVleet is checked in for Kerr, and Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Barea. Robertson, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense and just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
VanVleet can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 6. High post Walton. Malone on him. Now here's Robertson. Guarded by Doncic. Aiken passes to Walton. Shot clock at 3. And here's Maravich for 3. And again, the Bucks miss.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Here's Walton. Garnett with the block. To the left side wing. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. Garnett's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Robertson outside. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And the painted area is where Robertson can destroy you. He's just too strong and too skilled.
Malone. Oh, good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, Maravich. That one, no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Robertson.
Foul. Elbow. 2.
At the line, Kevin Garnett. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw good from Kevin Garnett.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Gervin's checked in for the Hawks. And both free throws good from Garnett. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Good decision to regather, talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Bucks trail by 8. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Gervin against Maravich. Over Gervin. Here is Maravich. 6 to shoot. Plays it up and banks it in.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Doncic kicks to Garnett. Gervin with it. Picked up by Robertson. Here's Doncic. The rebound by the Bucks.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Robertson drives in. Garnett grabs the board. Garnett's got 5 rebounds tonight. Gervin against Walton. Malone outside. From deep. But they get it back. Here's Garnett. And he makes that one. Garnett's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Yeah, Garnett, a remarkable scorer. Just a number of moves inside to choose from, including that little feathery-looking jump shot.
Robertson, good.
And defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Gary Payton, he's checked in for Doncic. Maravich. Got it! What a beautiful shot to bring him within 3.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're up by 3. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Inside. Defended by Stojakovic. Antetokounmpo, no good. Stojakovic against Gervin. Again. Here's Mikan. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Moses Malone.
And really, nobody's had a bigger impact on the NBA than George Mikan. He continues to set the standard for post play. I mean, scoring, defending. Mike improves how an elite big man can change the game.
He drops the first one. That brings them within 2. Perfect from the line this time.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock. Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're behind by 3. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Robertson. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They lead by 3. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Peyton, a super vocal guy, constantly talking up a storm, always trying to get into the heads of the opposition.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 3 from Robertson. Atlanta with the rebound. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
That's his 3rd personal foul. Shooting for Atlanta. Gary Payton. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one. And so the Hawks take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.